am 2 weeks into the rough draft challenge and it's going about as well as I thought it would. So I'm going to jump back to November 7th where I filmed part 1 of the rough draft challenge, so you guys can just see what my thoughts were like then. And then I'll meet you guys back to discuss the second week. So the second was pretty chaotic because it was my mom's birthday and there were some remaining things that I wanted to do. I had already given her main gift to her on the first, but I picked up some miscellaneous stuff on the second to just put together a little gift basket of some cheap things for her to open day of things that I knew she would really like and enjoy. I didn't get any writing done. I thought that I would be able to pick myself back up and get stuff done on Sunday. However, I completely forgot that I had an event to do that day of a market with my mom's boyfriend has a friend who does markets like that, and I completely forgot that I had promised to help him out with that. I was at the market from 9 till 5:30 and I just spent the entire day there, and when I got home I crashed. I had zero energy, I could not get anything done. I started to realize that working on the weekends might not be good because I just don't have, when I do too many other things in the day, writing becomes very difficult for me because I have not built up the mental bandwidth of being able to do all of these different things on the same day. Monday the 4th, I was able to get about an hour and a half of work done, and I only got about 3 pages worth of words written edited for chapter 12. Now I basically turned 1 page of chapter 12 into 3, and I still had 3 more to go. So this was how it's going. I knew this was going to be a challenge because I knew I was going to add words no matter what. Even if I tell myself not to, it's still going to be the way that it turns out. And then the 5th rolls around, and anyone living in the US knows what was happening on the 5th, and that was the election. I had already voted the day before. I didn't have to do that the day of. I didn't want to watch the election because it was way too stressful within my household. I have people in my household who are on both sides. So I couldn't handle it. And so I was trying to figure out a way how to not only calm myself, but be able to focus in and get some work done. And then I discovered ASMR and working ASMR. And I did not realize how much I loved this. This is the YouTuber whose ASMR videos I have been watching, and oh my God, do I love her. She is very good at what she does. She is very consistent, and she has multiple videos of working Pomodoro sessions. And originally I was writing in 30-minute sessions, and then I started doing the 25-minute sessions with her. And oh my God, I've been getting so much done since I started doing that. Now, I have only had this for about 2 days, but the 2 days have been so consistent that I'm excited. So I start off each session with a 5-minute meditation video on YouTube, which is just like a motivation and productivity video. And it's just a 5-minute session, 5-minute video that I listen to. And then I immediately go into some of her Pomodoro working videos, which are about 2 hours long, an hour to 2 hours. On the 5th, I got about 4 Pomodoro sessions done. And I finished chapter 12 and started chapter 13. And I am super excited. The 6th, which was yesterday, I did the same thing over again. And in the same amount of time, I finished chapter 13, did chapter 14, and started chapter 15. I am super excited that I found this method. I'm going to keep leaning into this method and see if I can really build a solid foundation with this. But I am really excited with where it's going. I am really excited with what I've been able to accomplish, and I am super excited with the potentials. Today, I'm going to be doing at least one more video session with this ASMR YouTuber. I don't know how Friday will go. Friday, I usually go out with my friend, and I'm usually gone for multiple hours in the day. And by the time I get home, I am really exhausted. We'll see how that goes. This weekend, once again, I am probably not going to be getting anything done because back in September, a family member passed away, and Saturday we are finally getting up to her house, and everybody is just going to look at what's there, and we're going to start to organize, and we're going to start to divide because she didn't really have a solid list of who goes to what, and she has family members here and in a different state, so we just need a divide of what's going where. So we're figuring it out. But that is probably going to be an all-day session. And then Sunday, I have my first shift at work, which I actually have to call them just to double check and make sure that everything's good with that, because the app I'm using is having trouble. But yeah, so I have work on Sunday, Monday, and next Wednesday. So I don't know what the next few days are going to look like. I'm going to lean into what I can do now and lean into when I feel motivated and just focus in on that. Between sessions, I am doing a couple of other crafts and creativity things that are separate from writing. I have a cross-stitching design that I am doing for my friend's Christmas gift, which I already designed. I just have to actually physically create. So yeah, when I finish a session, I work on another creative task just to keep myself motivated while still probably listening to ASMR, because if I go on social media in any capacity, I get super distracted. Yeah, so this is a week into the Rough Draft Challenge. So far, I'm excited with how it's going. So far, I'm really, really happy with with what I've been able to accomplish. And I'm just gonna keep trudging along. I'm gonna lean into what's working for me, and we'll see. So it is currently November 14. I am 2 weeks into the Rough Draft Challenge, and I have done pretty much no work on my novel, on editing, since I last filmed. I think the 7th was when I filmed this, and then I worked on Aleena the 8th, and I have not touched it since then. I knew that that was a high possibility because I started my new job. This week was the first week where I had like multiple shifts, and so I knew that this week was likely going to be an adjustment period of just trying to see how it goes. I am looking at my work schedule for the rest of the month, and so I'll throw up on here just the days left in the month and let you know which days I'm working and which ones I'm not. I don't know how this is going to go. When it comes to really getting a good amount of work done, I need 3. I need at least 2 hours so that I can do 4 sessions of 25-minute sprints for the Pomodoro method to start between around the time of 7 o'clock. And I need ASMR to go along with it. I have not been able to hit these 3 points with this week. This week was more of an adjustment period of just trying to figure out what my energy level is after I work, what amount of energy I have on days that I'm not working. So I'm just trying to feel things out and figure things out. I am not saying that I have failed, not necessarily failed, but just like did not meet the goal that I had originally set. But I was not originally tracking word count. I was tracking chapters. I will say that I have almost gotten 10,000 words edited in this 2-week period. Technically, this was 10,000 words in the first week period. So if I had kept the motivation, I probably would have reached that 50K mark, which I am super excited about. But unfortunately, I had work and I had shit that I had to do. So I did not have like an entire month of that first week period. which is fine. So I did have about the last 5 days that I haven't been able to write or edit at all. So I'm really going to try to lean into that today. Luckily, the dinner that I'm making is very simple, so I don't have to stress about spending 2 hours in the kitchen. It's probably going to take me less than an hour to get it done. I might try to get some work in before I work on dinner. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. I am either going to do that or I'm going to work on a cross-stitching piece, which I will throw the design up here. It's a design of solo leveling. You can see it in the corner, but it is a cross-stitch poster that I'm wanting to work on. So we'll see. I do think that I can finish this draft by the end of this year with the pace that I am going, even with work. I think I can really get it done, and I am super excited for what that means. So on top of Aleena, I am going to be doing a separate project as well, which I've talked about in this video up in the cards. I'll also link it at the end of this video. It's the introduction video of the new series that I am brainstorming. It's a Christmas series. Aleena is still my priority, but I realized I haven't leaned into the creative aspect of starting a new project, or at least the initial brainstorming phase, in years. I have been working on the physical drafting and writing of Aleena for over 2 years. I will admit that I did originally start Aleena as a pantser, and then I got into an issue, and then I basically had to restart because I had to restructure a lot of what I had done to make it flow into an actual story, because it wasn't before then. So I will say about a year and some before that 2-year period was spent on this, the initial version of it. Yeah. So I am working on that project. I will be doing videos about that in the coming weeks. I will have those videos coming out. Are you guys working on the Rough Draft Challenge? Are you guys doing a different challenge for the end of the year? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about that. I would love to hear what you guys are doing. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.